I would start by saying absolutely yes. All right, we're here on the Ask Team Abel show on business development, marketing, sales, finance, just name it. Anything that has to do with business, basically. But of course, my area of specialty is basically marketing and sales, and that cuts through both the offline and online marketing. So today I'm going to be talking about uh, some questions I've received over time via calls, my inbox, emails, and all of that. And one of the first questions I'm going to read out here is this. It says, "Hi team, I have seen captions about your book on how to start a business without money. But I keep asking myself, how is that possible? So please, really, uh, can you really confirm that it is possible to start a business without money?" Thank you so much for that message. Uh, I would start by saying absolutely yes. And incidentally, a whole lot of us actually didn't know that this existed even before we were born. It has been there for donkey years. It's basically the concept of what was written by Napoleon Hill in the book titled Think and Grow Rich. When he talked about think and grow rich, sales was basically the concept. And what that translates to is how you can actually offer your service in exchange of money. In case you still need further explanation about that, I'll give you a few instances. One of which I've always talked about, and that is Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon today. What was that special thing he did? What he did was this. He found out that there are lots of authors writing books every now and then. And most of these authors were based in distant locations away from their audience. That's people who actually want to read these books. So he felt, since these authors are doing the operational jobs of writing, creating, and all of that, researching, creating, and all of that, why not he puts himself in the middle of both the consumers of these books and the producers of the books? That's the authors and the readers. So what he did was simply to come up with a platform where he gets to meet you as an author. He brings your book on his platform. He writes a simple description of that book that captures the interest of whoever comes on that platform. And the person says, "Hey, give me that book." And he started selling these books on his platform. Now what he went on to make was a commission from both the buyer and the seller. Now the man who wants to read the book knows that for him to travel from Nigeria to America, he probably needs hundreds of thousands. But all he needs to do with Jeff Bezos' platform is to pay a token. And Bezos will ship those books to the reader in Nigeria, probably as hardcovers, which will cost about some thousands, few thousands, or as soft copies. Very easy. So he created value for the readers and for the publishers, the authors. He was also able to create tremendous values such that their job would just be write these books and give it over to Bezos. Bezos will help you sell it, bring your returns to you. Awesome thought process, awesome way of making money. That was Jeff Bezos in his simple approach of bringing the buyer to the seller, creating a platform that allows those two people to meet. That's the marketplace you see on the internet today, and they buy without even having eye contacts with each other. Excellent approach. And guess what? Some of you would want to say, oh, he was able to create that platform with some monies. He sank into it. Yes, that was possible. But I can bet that today you don't even need that amount of money to create those kind of platforms, because a whole lot of platforms have been created for you to just take your products on those platforms. Unfortunately, millions of people don't even have the skill to take this product to those platforms. So what if you have those skills and you're able to help them take those products to those platforms and they get you paid? But listen, beyond just taking the products to the platform, you need some very important skills, and that is the sales skills, which has to do with copywriting and all of that, designs, graphics and all of that. That's what you need. So it brings us to this point, that all that you actually need to make money without money is your skill and time. Now let me tell you another group of guys. That's the Uber today. What happened between the Uber brothers and you today? They saw value in providing car services to people, and I'm talking about organized car services to people, because of course you want to wake up and say, oh, there are transport services, NURTW and all of that. They are organized, yes, but the kind of services Uber provides has a unique touch where you can just pick your phone, tap on it, and it gets the car right in front of you wherever you are, and they tend to charge you even less. Now these guys were able to create a platform. They do not own a car, they do not own a shop. They sat right in the comfort of their homes or hotel rooms, created this platform, and boom, started asking people to come register their cars on their platform, help those people promote their services to other people. Today, they have never visited Nigeria. I'm not sure they've visited Nigeria before, but they have offices in almost 48 countries of the world. They don't own any of the cars in Nigeria. They don't own any of the cars in almost all those 48 countries of the world. What are we talking about? That's creating a business without money. It's basically your skills, how you can bring the buyers to the sellers, create a platform, how you can also communicate the services or the values of the services to your prospective customers. That's simply all you need. And I'll bring it to my own personal experience. In case you're thinking, oh, he's talking about some scenarios that you don't even know about, you probably do. I am going to use myself here as an example. I started the telephone business, the LAN GSM business here in Abuja after leaving my job. And what did I do? I simply walked into what's it called, a newspaper stand. Sincerely, that day I was damn broke, and I had just less than 100 or 200 naira with me. I can't even remember, but I got a newspaper at that stand, as in the information from the newspaper went home and called the numbers and told them, listen, this is my background. I have these skills and I can sell for you. And the guy said, okay, go ahead and sell for us in the north. He probably thought I had money to sink into this business. And after hours of discussion, or minutes of discussion rather, he realized I didn't have money. And I told him, look, it's not about the money, it's about how your sales go. And these are the things I want to do for you. It's unique. At the end of the day, I got his attention, and we ended up having about 9 or 10 pieces sent to us, or sent to me. At the end of the day, I sold those things, and in no time I began to receive shipments of 100 pieces rather. I began to receive a shipment of 100 pieces and over. Then I went on to start bringing more people to join me. Listen, I was making an average of 2,500 naira per sales. That's from each of these boxes that period. And before I knew it, my life changed totally. Now, it was even the offline aspects I was applying at the initial instance. But then, when I began to understand the power of the internet, I moved into it and I began to advertise on Facebook. At that point in time, there was actually no Facebook page in existence. So you could just talk about your products on your personal profile. So I began to talk about telephones, these telephones, showcased it. You can go to my website or probably some of my social media platforms and see some of these things. But I began to talk about it on my social media platform, which was basically Facebook, without a website. And over time, the sales skyrocketed. One of the biggest break I had was a supply I made to FIRS. The guy was even scared. He said, what? You can't supply these people without me being there. I said, in that case, sponsor someone, since you can't come down. So sponsor someone to come down and let's go seal this deal. I made a ton of money from this deal. We went on and I partnered with Globalcom. This is what I did. I came to Globalcom, sold the idea to them, and said, you have a CUG, closed user group. I have the telephones. Why don't we partner and talk to some sets of people who can actually come together and agree to use your lines, but have it as desktop in their houses. And they said, wow, brilliant. And we got in and we started selling massively. So they were supporting me, I was supporting them to sell. At the end of the day, they gave me a massive deal. This is what they did. They said, okay, since you've got a lot of money made from this deal that we have been doing together, we are going to give you the supply of our CUG lines to a particular unit, cluster. And I said, tell me, what would it cost? I think they charged me about 2.8 million then, and I was able to pay. I paid it hands down, and they gave me a supply. I made approximately 4 million naira extra on that deal. I can't remember exactly what I made at that time, but I made tremendous amount of money from that deal. That is simply starting a business without money. I had no money. I remember the first time they had asked, after speaking with a guy on telephone about the LAN GSM phones, and he said, oh no, I need money. I ran back to someone who is actually very close to me, and I pleaded, can you please help me with 300,000 to get started? And she said, no, I don't have that money. I was broken. But then that was the same period I was reading about uh, The Art of Exceptional Living by Jim Rohn, and what's it called? And Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hills. And I said, God, how do I apply this motivation from these guys, from the things I'm reading, to my personal life? And that is where this idea about starting your own business without money came from. Now, the truth is this: these things exist. You see people hang around renting properties that they don't even pay a dime into. The landlords don't have the time to go and start marketing their properties. You have these guys hanging here and there and selling. But look, when you go to the Western world, or you go to environments where these guys are doing these things, you understand that it's no longer the unorganized ways. They're doing it in a more organized form, and they're making billions of monies. And I'm talking about dollars, billions of dollars from this business. And guess what? No money on ground. All they just need to do is come in between the buyers and the sellers. And listen to this: the internet has made it simpler than ever before. With the internet today, you can talk to anybody around the world by presenting your product values to them. And I bet you that if that product has the kind of values that people in the United States really want, they will pay for you to ship it to them. Let me even give you this one about one other client of mine that we got into a relationship. I literally got him to pay me over ₦1 million before I even started selling his product. And today I made the product known all over the world. I'm not going to mention it here right now, but those who are very close to me know who I'm talking about. I made him known all over the world, and people are buying his product like wildfire today. I just did a few things. I just did one or two things that has to do with the skills I am talking about in this book. So listen, my friend. Anyone can start a business without money. It doesn't matter the kind of business you are looking at. Even electronics, you can even start fashion business. You can even sell services, like even the mechanics. I was given some examples the other time when I talked about walking into a town where you have top-notch guys who are actually in paid employments. They don't have all the time to go and sit with a mechanic to fix their cars. You can pick that area and say, look, all the mechanics here, come to this platform. You pay me 20,000 or 5,000 renewable fee every month, but make sure you pick the best mechanics with very good integrity, with high integrity rather. Put them on that platform, and your job will be to communicate to your target audience, that's those paid employed people, that look, you have got an assemblage of great mechanics who will come and fix your car wherever you are. This is what you just pay. You can over time design it to become premium services, such that if I'm one of those who enjoys services from your platform, I would have to be paying probably a monthly fee of 5,000 naira, 10,000. It doesn't matter. Why? Because at any point in time, wherever I am, your company can send your mechanics to come and meet with me. And for me to remain in business, to be able to offer you that kind of premium service, then you've got to keep me in business by paying me in monthly services. Well, you can do that only when you have been able to actually gotten that grip of the kinds of customers that you need for this business to survive. And in closing here, or rather, with respect to this question, All I can say is, look, you don't need any amount of money to start any business. All that you need is one, your skills, and number two, the time. Once you have these two things, which naturally we have been gifted with by God, naturally, you don't have to go and beg for it. We all have time, we all have the head to acquire skills. Once you have these two things, the rest is history. Thank you.